This video is on factors and multiples, often mixed up, so be quite clear on which one is which by the end of this video. Make sure you're able to think factors, what is that exactly, and multiples, what is that exactly. Let's start off by looking at factors. Factors in general are numbers that would multiply to give another number or divide in evenly into a number. So for instance, if I have the number 6, I think of some numbers that multiply to give 6, 1 times 6, and 2 times 3. Okay, all those multiply to give 6. So that means the factors of 6, I would list them in numerical order from lowest to biggest. 1, 2, 3, and 6. And that is my factors. So factors, each one of these divides in evenly into the number we get. Now, what happens if we have a double factor? So let's say we have the number 16. Let's think of all the numbers that divide into 16. 1 times 16, 2 times 8, 4 times 4. I think that's all. Okay. So now that I've thought of all the numbers that multiply to give 16, I now list them from smallest to biggest. So 1, 2, 4. Now, do I write 4 twice? No, I only write it once. 8 and 16. So 16 has 5 factors. These are the 5. So you can use your knowledge of timetables to help you with factors, but they're always going to be smaller than the number you were given. So this is, or equal to. So this is 16. All these numbers are equal to, so 16 or smaller. Now multiples are equal to or bigger the number. So they're the answers to the times tables. So if I want to do multiples of 6, I start multiplying 6 by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4. So 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, and we can go on and on. Let's do another example. So let's say we're number 15. Now I want to find the multiples. So the factors of 15 are 1, 15, 3, 5, but that's not what we want. We want the multiples. So remember, multiples, the smallest multiple is the number itself, and then you get bigger. So 15 times 2 is 30, times 3 is 45, times 4 is 60, and so on. So if we're asked to list the multiples, we list them like this. If we're asked to list the factors, we can list them like this with a bit of rough work. And these pairs are called factor pairs. So two numbers that multiply to give a number we're looking for. Okay. So often asked are highest common factors between two numbers and lowest common multiple between two or more numbers. So let's look at this question over here. Find the highest common factor, HCF, highest common factor of 36 and 40. So that's the largest number that divides into both 36 and 40. Now there's a couple of methods to this. We're going to do the listing method in this video. So I look at 36, and I go back to my factors. What numbers multiply to give 36? So the largest number could be 36, and the smallest number could be 1 anyway. So I look at 1 times 36, then does 2 go in? Yes, it's an even number, so 2 divides in evenly. 2 times 18, so 3, does 3 divide in? Yes, 3 would divide in, because these two digits add up to something that 3 divides into. So 3 times 12, that's my knowledge of times tables helps here. 4 times 9 also works. 5 doesn't divide in. 6 does divide in. 6 times 6. 7 doesn't divide in. 8 doesn't divide in. 9 we've already done because it's here, and then we don't need to go any further. Once you have already the number here, you don't need to go any further. So that's a lot of factors. So let's write them in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 is twice. We only write it once. 9, 12, 1836. Okay? Do the same process for 40. 1 times 40, 2 times 20, so you see we're going in order, 1 and 2, I'm going to see, does 3 divide in? No, I can test it on a calculator if I want. Does 4 divide in? Yes, because 4 times 10. 5, yes, because 5 times 8. 6, no, I can test it on the calculator, it doesn't divide in. 7, no. 8, 8's already here, so once I have a number that's already here, I'm done. Okay, let's list these in order. 1, 2, 4, 8, 10, 20, 40. Okay, so I have my lists. A bit crowded over here. Okay, so there's my 2 lists of numbers. Now, I look through the number, I'm trying to find the highest common factor. So it's got to be common to both lists. It's got to be the biggest number that's common to both lists. And I'm looking, 1 is common, 2 is common, 4 is common, and that's it. So that means for this question, the HCF of 36 and 40 is 4. Now we're going to use the listing method for lowest common multiple. This time we're looking for the lowest number, but we're looking for multiples. So remember, we've 6, 8, and 12. The smallest numbers, multiples are going to be 6, 8, and 12. So we've got to go bigger than that. We're going to use the times tables, multiply by 1, 2, 3. So let's do 6 first. We had it earlier on, but we'll do it again. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 24, 30. How far do I go? Well, what I usually do is I do 4 or 5 for each number. I see does it work then, and then I do it in 2s and 3s after that. So I did 5. There are more. If we need more, we'll do more. 8, I'm going to make the list for 8 as well. So 8 times 1 is 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. So this is why I need to know my times tables so I can do this quickly. 12 then. Okay, so let's start. 12 times 1 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24. Now I've noticed something. 12 times 3 is 36. I'm stopping because I've already found the lowest number that's in common to all of them. Once I find it, I stop. Unless they ask me to list more. Now I see 24 is here, 24 is here, 24 is here. So I notice that 24 is common to all 3. So lowest common multiple. It's a multiple of all 3. And it's the lowest number that is common and a multiple. So it's the lowest common multiple. And therefore I can write my answer. LCM of 6, 8, and 12 is 24. Okay, so that's lowest common multiple and highest common factor using the listing method.